Hi guys, welcome back. I am Rochelle with My Vintage Farm. I'm here in our trailer for part 3 of our series of the seed haul from M.I. Gardener. I had to take a break for a second and get some dinner started. So I've got some rice in our pressure cooker and cleaned my griddle so I could do some bacon and chicken and some asparagus. And so I'm gonna go over the herbs and flowers. Maybe a few other things that I grew as well, or that I chose as well, and I'm not quite sure where I'm going to place them. Like the red garment amaranth. You can make flour out of this, I believe. Indian spinach is what they call it. So maybe not. Maybe this is just like a spinach. Yeah. So it is just like a spinach. So that is that. Look, I ordered some things, a lot of things, and there's a few I'm probably gonna have to go back through just like this and be like, why did you order this one? Besides the fact that you love purple, red, black, blue, all of those shades to grow in your vegetable garden and fruit garden, like, what was the sole purpose? Because I know that each thing that I wasn't quite sure on, I did read about it, and yeah. So marshmallow, I grew this one. It's supposed to have like some medicinal purposes in the root. Edible and delicious when fried with onion and garlic. You can harvest marshmallow extract from the root for gourmet homemade sweets. Ooh, so it's like, it's a sweetener. I don't know. See guys, there's that too. But all I know is that like the root could be used. So I tried to order things that haven't done St. John's wort. So in our garden, I want to have a huge cut flower garden. So as you enter in from our main gate, you will enter in and it will be cut flowers. So every area that's up here, I want all the animals moved. I'm going to leave 2 stalls just in case we have to, like, you know, bring any animal up. It needs to be closer to the house for like medical attention or anything like that. But everything else is going all out to Animal Island. And so I have this vision of like having all these, like an herb area and a medicinal area. And so I haven't quite decided exactly what area I'm going to put the medicinal herbs at. But I feel like they're going to be moved or like in with the cut flowers. So we'll find out as I start to design everything and plant everything. But I'm going to try to sow a lot of these things into the ground under tarps. Here's cumin, anise, mustard. These are greens, so that's going to go in a different aisle. Carnation, calendula. We've got, these are edible chrysanthemums. So edible chrysanthemums. Now a lot of the and so another part of the garden is I will have one section of the garden which is all edible flowers. So that way I'm not having to like go through and pick and think like, is this an edible one? Is it not? I will have one section that is all edible flowers. So if I have any bakers or restaurants or anything that are ordering from me, I can make sure that I can offer them a true edible flower, knowing with confidence that this was an edible variety. So, and it'll every different row or section will be labeled specifically, and everything is organic here, and we don't use any type of pesticides or anything of that nature to keep things really as healthy and wholesome as we can for our body and our community. Bergamot bee balm. Okay guys, I'm back. Alyssa called in. She was checking out the other trailer, our tiny tin can camper that we were living in. We have our cat in there right now while the house is being remediated, and I guess we had some visitors coming in and trying to get to her food, so I told her to store it in the refrigerator. So wild bergamot bee balm right there. Now this right here is totally a fruit, and I haven't grown it, and so I just kind of set it aside because I don't really have a category for this to go into yet because I don't know how it grows, so I need to do some research on this. And this is the dragon fruit. Look at how beautiful it is. Alyssa loves dragon fruit drinks, and so I felt like if we could get this. I don't know if it can be freeze dried. I'm imagining it can. So I definitely want to try to preserve this somehow, and not necessarily freeze dried because I know it can be freeze dried, but we would dehydrate it, and I don't know. So, but I definitely want to try and grow some things that are just out of my comfort zone, like everything at this point, because I'm literally being revived back from the dead. Like, here comes Farmer Rochelle. We've got purple ruffle basil. I love basil. Basil sells really good around here. I love to dry it. It never goes to waste. I make pestos with it. So I feel like it's something that you cannot have too much of at all. Here we go again. This is lemon basil. Dark opal basil. Look at that, guys. Italian large leaf basil. Oh, bachelor buttons. Look at that, guys. So beautiful. 200 seeds in this pack for 99 cents. I'm just saying, you know, like, how awesome is that? I love it. These are going to be great for cut flowers. Here is a mix of bachelor buttons. Here's borage right there. And just like the other packs, they all have the about on it. So on the back, you can see it says about, and then it tells you about harvesting, like how to harvest it, direct sow, seed spacing, starting indoors, days to germinate, days to maturity, and plant spacing. So I really love that they put all that on there. California flower is the poppy. This is a poppy mix. So I love growing some poppies. These are the Velvet Queen sunflowers. Look at those, guys. That beautiful, gorgeous, rusty red tone. Oh, and the sun gold talls. These ones, I just love it. They are so soft and so beautiful. And I just feel like these are a great addition. They just look like pillows to me. And I love to put sunflowers everywhere. Just having sunflowers on your fence line, yeah, in your gardens. And the one thing that I had a bulk of that I need to get more of is morning glories, because I really like to grow morning glories all around the property. They're so beautiful. They offer a beautiful green foliage for privacy, but then gorgeous early morning blooms that open up in different colors.
And the smells.
And Alyssa loves the smells.
Or what are I like some angel trumpets.
Angel trumpets, yes. The angel trumpet vine. We love that. This is the Autumn Beauty. Yeah, we will have some angel trumpets here. Those will definitely come into the garden space.
They look beautiful. They smell
majestic. Yeah.
They smell beautiful. Mm-hmm. Like, if you don't know what beautiful smells like, smell them.
Black Russian sunflowers, so pretty. You guys, this has 50 in it. The Autumn Beauty has 75. This Sun Gold has 75. And the Velvet Queen has 50. I mean, for what you're paying, 99 cents per pack. We are not sponsored or affiliated with MI Gardener whatsoever. I am literally just sharing what we do here on our farm, and I like to share things that could be helpful for you too. Let's see here. Snapdragons and the Orange Wonder. And the white snowflake for the snapdragon. The rose. I love snapdragons, guys. I love them. These ones do not say how many come per pack. 400 seeds in this pack here. Now, snapdragon seeds are insanely little. I do have, which I don't know where they're at. I hope I find that box. I have a box that has just like so much of like how to you pour the seeds in it, and then you can turn the dial to like the size of seed, and then you can shake them out when you're doing your seed trays or in your garden, and it makes it so much easier so that you know exactly, like by hand you're planting, you know, one seed, and it just makes it efficient and fast. So here's Cosmo Dwarf Reds, the Pompous Plumes. I love these so much. Carnations. Oh, look at those. These are the blacks. The Janine Dionys carnations. I love carnations, guys. I used carnations in my wedding. I just love carnations. Cinnamon basil. So the cinnamon basil flower looks gorgeous and smells amazing in cut flower arrangements. So if you are selling bouquets at your roadside stand or at a farmer's market, I definitely recommend getting some cinnamon basil to add in for your filler. So pretty. Let's see. Mammoth basil. This is more into our herbs there. Zinnias. I love zinnias. I love cosmos. Zinnias are going to give you a beautiful array. These are the Isabellina right there. And then I also got the candy stripe mix. I love these. And even though you're making cut flowers, make sure that you're always leaving some on your plant so that way you can harvest your own seeds to save for the next season. Save all of your coffee tins or whatever it is that you have a lot of, even baggies, to make sure that you can store your seeds and mark them appropriately so that you know what you're growing. Sometimes it's fun just to be like Zinnia mix, and I'll do that when I go out and I'm collecting like a ton of seeds, and then I have like a pocket or something filled with all of these seed heads, and I need to put them somewhere, and it'll become a mix pack. And I'm like, okay, these are mixes, and I don't mind because I'm throwing them in my own garden. I'm not selling them or anything. So these are called Zinnia Envy. These here are Zinnia Envy. These are called Sapagalosis. It's a royal mix. I have never grown these. I just was so intrigued by them. This is the Love Lies Bleeding Amaranth, and I love these as filler and like a good starter for your cut flower arrangements. So definitely a good one to grow. This is caraway, a nice spice here. Spearmint, gotta have that for your spearmint fresh tea. We've got lemon mint. The selection is amazing. Lemon balm, catnip, chamomile, German chamomile, some hyssops, I don't know, but they're beautiful. I love them. I've had them in my gardens before. And common English lavender. Now this pack has 150 seeds in it, guys. 150 lavender seeds. So Alyssa actually had a vision, which I totally hopped on board. She would love to have a lavender field. So I thought, you know what, maybe we can't do a whole lavender field, but we could do lavender borders. So as like you come in through the driveway and pull out and go out to there. So I thought, you know, we could do lavender all on the outside of our main garden space right there, and do another one on our garden space, and like everything, and almost like a small fence line of lavender. So you'll see a lot of lavender being grown and hopefully maturing into a gorgeous low-lying fence for our garden space, and it'll be something that we can use in our soap making and sachets, and a great addition to our farm and our farm stand, and to our delivery service for our CSA boxes. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, there's two more. Coffee, guys. I think I showed you guys this in the last video. I'm not sure, but coffee, hello, how amazing is it? I have no clue. Got to read about that one, just like the dragon fruit. And then this is a clover cover crop, but I thought it would be pretty cool. We always need stuff for the animals to eat, so I figured why not grow some cover crop, and they'll love it. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining us again here at My Vintage Farm. I really hope that you just enjoyed going through these seeds with us as much as I did. I think seed shopping is one of my happiest times, just going through and dreaming about what's to come here in our garden and on our farm. It really does help to set the mood for the work. It's a lot of work to do this, but You plant something in the ground and it is like Christmas. It just keeps giving and giving and giving. It is, it's like, yes. Once it starts growing, guys, not only does it make your home and garden space, you know, that much more beautiful just from the colors and the smells and everything, but it really does change the feel. When you have a garden to walk out into, you don't want to leave. You want to just keep staying in the garden.
Especially
and you'll
if you
start
grow tomatoes.
Alyssa loves the tomatoes. But you're going to find yourself making these little areas. You're going to find yourself making little sitting spaces or whatever. But you're going to have your little corners in your garden where it's like, you know what, this is my place. This is where I belong and I just want to spend my day here. And it makes the work go so much easier. So as we plan our garden season here for 2020, and we're going a little bit bigger, what will happen? We don't know. You know, will we fail? Will we succeed? How much seed will really go into the ground? Will we have our market stand on the side of the road? Will our cut flowers be a success? We don't know. But unless we try to do things that we've never done before and like grow and expand, we're really not going to see the true potential that we have as farmers or that our land has for us on this farm. It is a big goal of ours to have a sustainable farm and to teach people sustainable living skills. And although we do give away 60% of the harvest from our vegetables, the other 40% is sold at our farm stand and in our CSA boxes to uphold what we need. Because when you have a farm this size and you're growing this size, to be honest, 60% of most people's garden spaces gets thrown away. It does not even get used because it's just so much. So in order for us to have less waste and really bless people, if we harvest 10, we give away 6 and we sell 4. And I think it's a really great frame of mind to have. And it doesn't mean that we give away the day old stuff. We're giving away literally that day. If we harvest 10, we're giving away 6 of today's harvest and we're selling the other 4. And so just as you're planting in your own garden, think about being a blessing to your community. You know, I see a lot of these flowers as I look through them. I can't wait to see what happens with this excess flowers. There's a cemetery right up the road. I could see Alyssa and her friends getting together on a regular basis and just going down and adorning these gravesides with some flowers that we had from our garden. You know, Memorial Day and Veterans Day and things like that are wonderful times. Mother's Day and Father's Day, just going out and placing these flowers on headstones and just retirement homes. You know, there's a lot of different ways that we can be a blessing in our community, and I see that happening. So I don't see any waste because I know that I will find a way for each and everything to be used, because I believe that all things are for God's good, and I know that if we're doing it, if it's not just going to sit here in our yard and look beautiful, you know, we're going to save up every little bit that we can, whether we're using our excess food to can and store away for our family, or teaching others how to preserve their own foods, or to putting a nice bouquet from our cut flowers on their table, on someone's hospital bedside, or even just taking it to a friend or a loved one. There's so much potential. Valentine's Day. We won't be ready for Valentine's Day this year, but definitely.
No, but like selling little roses at the stand.
Yep. There's so much potential, guys. So I hope that you guys, as you see what we're doing here, it inspires you to dream big and to do things on your farm. I hope that you guys will check out MI Gardener and see that there is a very, very affordable way to order seeds. It doesn't have to be to the scale of what we ordered. I mean, this right here, this is after, you know, we started out in a condo on a deck, okay, with an HOA that was not happy. So then I borrowed an acre of land. I mean, our story that got us to where we are today took a lot of ingenuity, and you can do it too. And I look forward to sharing that whole story with you as time goes on and letting you know exactly like how we went from being these suburban people to being on this farm and doing what we're doing now. But it wasn't something that happened overnight. But vision and inspiration is something that really fuels me. I love to be inspired by others, and I have a vision that's huge. And the great thing is that God's given me a spirit of perseverance, so I won't give up. I just won't. It's like after last year, I was thinking, oh my gosh, how are we going to make this happen? God makes it happen. I'm at a different level of healing right now, and I can't even question, like, hey, if we plant this, what can happen? I know how to run irrigation. I can set up watering. I can make it on my sickest day out there to go turn that water on to make sure that everything waters. I know how to zone everything out as far as like your different zones for watering. I have been blessed to learn a lot, and I know that if you build it, they will come. So there are more people like me who want this lifestyle but may not or they may not be able to have it. So they can have it by being on our farm. I named this farm My Vintage Farm because when people say, hey, where'd you get that My Vintage Farm? I want them to feel like they have a piece of this, that this is something that's theirs, that they can claim, and really just know that there's a farm that they have as well. And so they may not have the space or the home or the time or the life that accommodates this type of lifestyle, but they can have it from our farm here in our tiny little town of Byron, California. And we can, help just be the change as far as doing a part to give healthy organic foods at an affordable price and free to those in need. And our main goal is not having waste, because we don't want to feed all these animals our leftovers. We want to feed the people, Of course we want to feed our animals and stuff like that too, but our goal is not to have all of our wasted product go into the animals that we raise, but more so feed families and offer them something that they can't get on their own financially, whether it be through health barriers financially because they have health bills like myself, or maybe it is a limited income. There are a lot of people. California has a very, very, very high cost of living. If you're living here, you are paying a lot, and more than likely you're working very hard to do so. So there are many different areas that could put somebody in a situation where they can't afford organic. So we want to just cut that out and give them the option. Here's your organic. So from our farm to yours, whether in your home, your apartment, your rented room, whatever it is, find a little space and plant the seed. Whether it's 1 or 1,000, you can do it, and you'll be happier because of it, just seeing something grow. So I look forward to seeing you guys in our next episode, and we have a few videos that are in the editing process, so join along and see what we do here on our farm, and we hope that we're encouraging you to do more wherever you're at. Take care. God bless.